Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of All About Fasting. And today I have the pleasure to speak to Birgit Bley, who is the head nutritionist at Buchinger Wilhelmi Lake Constance, about how to properly reintroduce food after fasting. So, thank you very much, Birgit, for taking the time. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure also for me.
Birgit, we spoke in one of the last episodes about how to properly break a fast, and today I would like to discuss with you how to properly reintroduce the food step by step after having fasted. Can you give a broad overview about do's and don'ts in this phase?
Yeah, that's always the same question I'm always asked in the dining room when I'm speaking with people who are in that period. And first of all, it's important to understand that it shouldn't be too much. Also, healthy food, if it is too much for the body, it can turn to be unhealthy. Just a little episode. There was a guy, he loved cherries. It was cherry season. And he told me, well, I had in the afternoon a huge portion of cherries. And then he was complaining about stomach problems. So it is healthy food to have cherries, but if it's too much, it is too much for our system.
But as far as I know, cherries anyways are not in the Buchinger Wilhelmi protocol, right? Of the first 3 days after having a fast, so he might have sneaked some in. What do we serve in the clinics in the first 3 days?
First of all, it's food that's easy to digest. Like carrots, zucchinis, a bit of potato, also some fruits like apples. This is some of the traditional fruits, but also some mangoes, the season. Some nuts. You have some hazelnuts or some walnuts or some almonds. And later on, then also a yogurt. That could be also a coconut yogurt or a soy yogurt. There is no need to have any dairies from cows. In our days, people tend more to have either goats or sheep yogurts or also the vegan alternatives.
So from your rich experience, I'm pretty sure there's some more don'ts you can talk about people should avoid in this important phase.
Yeah. That's very important also, the don'ts. Some people, they really think it's restriction. And this is something I don't like, because we have to understand that if you put the harmful things in your body, you harm yourself. And if you take over the responsibility, if you are responsible for your body, then you recognize immediately it's not a don't, it's just a recommendation for you to stay in better health. So a real don't is alcohol. For sure, because alcohol is harmful anyway, and especially after the fasting. You did so much benefit for the liver, and with the alcohol you destroy everything. And also it's very harmful for the intestinal flora, the microbiome.
What about sugar?
The sugar is the same thing. We avoid sugar afterwards, especially the industrialized sugar that you find in candies and also cake, stuff like that. So of course you can have a bit of honey or also some fruits. Dried fruits are very good also to keep moving your bowel system. Some dried figs, for example, or dried dates, something like that's very good.
Anything else?
Of course, meat and all the cold cuts. There are too many saturated fats inside, and now is the time to implement the unsaturated fatty acids, like the linseed oil. The omega-3 fatty acids are very important in that period. So have your flaxseed or linseed oil on a daily basis. Maybe you mix it with some low-fat white cheese or some soy yogurt if you prefer the vegan alternative, because you rebuild new cells, the stem cells, and in all the organs you do that process of rejuvenation. And for that process, it's very important to have these omega-3 fatty acids.
If people wonder how a healthy recipe could look like, do you have a recommendation? Where can they find the recipes?
Oh, out there are many recipes. We have them, for example, in our YouTube videos in our book that we sell. There are a lot of recipes. Where else? In our cooking classes, of course, in our cooking classes, we have all the recipes are suitable for the realimentation.
Perfect, thanks. I will put the links in the description if anybody is interested. Last question, Birgit. How long should people stick to maybe a more healthy diet after their fast?
Forever. No, but definitely take a week. That would be a good base. 2 weeks are even better. If one speaks with Françoise, she always says, well, to rejuvenate also these stem cells, to rebuild the stem cells, you need about maybe 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, and most likely integrating intermittent fasting diet in the daily life to keep the healthy lifestyle. Thank you very much, Birgit. That was extremely interesting. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you have additional questions, put them in the comments. We might answer them in one of the next videos. If you enjoyed the videos, follow us, leave us a like, and I hope to see everybody soon. Bye-bye.